This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this new stuff going on with Facebook that happened in the last week. It's taken me a little bit of time to get this video up because I had to go through a television show or a Netflix show, which is all about predictive programming, which every TV show pretty much is, right? I talk about predictive programming all the time and how they're preparing everybody and showing you that this is what the world's going to be like. And that's exactly what the show Black Mirror on Netflix is. But let's get into this first, and then I'll show you the comparisons between the two. But as most people heard, Facebook has started evaluating the trustworthiness of its users by assigning them with reputation scores from 0 to 1 when they report news articles as being false. Why? The idea is to root out people who routinely make false claims about news articles. This is a new weapon Facebook is using in the online information wars to thwart Facebook users who band together to flag a piece of content or a news publisher they disagree with to reduce the visibility of that content or publisher. Facebook says it's part of a broader effort by the social media giant to go after malicious actors. Malicious actors. That was worked. So any of us that have a difference of opinion, apparently we're actors. Even though in reality, all these people in these hoaxes and false flag events are really actors, which is pretty funny. But what's important to underline there isn't that they're doing this, because we know that they've been Twitter, Facebook, and all this stuff. And obviously this, whole thing going on with Alex Jones and yada, 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 right? Just preparing people for more and more online censorship, even to channels on YouTube, such as my original channel, which went down, which is now back. But, they take them down, right? They go through purges and things like that. But the underlining thing here that's missing is that they're starting to give out social media scores. Now, for those of you who haven't seen this show, Black Mirror, it is probably the most horrifying show I've ever seen. Now, people will say, oh, really? That's scary to you? I mean, I could sit through, actual horror movies with demons and stuff like that and not be freaked out or creeped out. This creeps me out. And this is one of the reasons that I really hate going out into the real world and being around people, because you could already see it happening. I talk about how people take pictures of their food and how everything is an act, right? Everybody is trying to put on a nice face, right? People on Facebook, when somebody or something happens, they put out a PR statement as if anyone cares, as if they've taken this behavior, which they've taken from celebrities, right? Where celebrities post after a tragic event, hearts and prayers go out to everyone out there. Love is love, right? And then you see people on Facebook doing it and nobody's going, why are you posting it? To one of their friends, why are you putting out a PR statement about a shooting in Berlin or something like that? Because these people don't know what they're doing. They're just programmed robots, right? Well, this show, Black Mirror, shows you what the future is. And this is what these stories that you're hearing about Facebook and Facebook scores and social media scores, this is what the future holds. And I'm going to show you some clips here. They're absolutely frightening, where you can see everybody is labeled by a social media score. That's based on positivity, right? Being nice, being kind, going with the grain. If you curse, your score goes down. If you're rude to somebody, your score goes down, right? And you don't get the benefits in society if you have a low score. Like you'll see in this clip here of her trying to get on a plane, right? Her social media score is not high enough to qualify for the flight. And then she says a curse word. And then, oh boy, now the police are involved because she's not going along with the program. It's 1984, right? And they're using social media to bring all of this in. And people are on board because they're addicted to this like it's crack. It's funny because all we hear about in the news is the opioid addiction and all this stuff in our world, which is true, right? Everybody's addicted to heroin now and all this. But they never talk about the addiction to social media, because they'll go, well, it doesn't affect their body. Oh, it affects their mind. It's poison to their mind. It affects their behavior, but that's what they want to control. So they'll tell you about all these other problems, right? And pump in fear and stuff like that. But they won't tell you about how social media is poison, because they want everybody on board. Like I said many times over, if you don't have Facebook, if you don't have this stuff, there's something wrong with you. So take a look at these clips and see where we're going here, right? Think about this story I'm telling you here about social media scores based on your behavior. You report fake news, which means, you report anything that's against the quote unquote, they call it the liberal bias, even though there is no left, right. But you report anything such as you share something of mine, you'll get a negative score. If you report a video of mine, if somebody happens to share it, because I don't have these social media sites, I'm not on anything but YouTube. So if you share it and somebody writes fake, that's fake news, that's fake news. Those people will get rewarded with higher social media rankings. This is the beginning of this, right? This is how they're easing people in. And this right here is what it's eventually going to be like. Take a look for yourself.
It's great to see you. You too. House pancakes. He's hilarious. Such a funny cat. Just the.
I am so sorry. That flight is canceled.
No. No.
Customer incident at the other end.
What? So when is the next flight?
Yeah, they're all kind of full.
I booked this weeks ago. It's my best friend's wedding.
I'm sorry.
I have to get there. I have to.
Okay, let's see what we can do. See, there's one standby seat on another plane leaving tonight.
Okay.
That's reserved for members of our Prime Flight program. You got to be a 4.2 or over to qualify.
Oh, I'm a 4.2.
I'm afraid you're actually a 4.183. I'm sorry, it won't let me book it without the correct ranking.
But it's so close.
There's just nothing I can do.
Christ, I mean, surely.
I'm going to have to ask you to moderate your language there.
Sorry, it's just...
And I am so sorry about that.
Can you call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Can you just call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Call the fucking supervisor.
Okay, that's profanity. We're zero tolerance on profanity.
I'm sorry, it's just...
Yeah, I have to serve the next customer.
No.
Step away, ma'am.
You've got to fucking help me. I'm so sorry.
I've called security.
Oh, no, please don't do that. I'm a 5-starring you. 5 stars?
What's the issue here, Hannah?
Intimidation and profanity.
Oh, no, I was not intimidating.
ma'am.
I was just trying
Ma'am?
to...
It's a temporary issue.
No.
The score reverts to normal in 24 hours.
No, but I need it
During the
now.
Period, all downvotes are subject to a ×2 multiplier.
×2?
We recommend you avoid negative feedback at this time.
I'm on double damage.
Please, remove yourself from the airport immediately.
Now, to me, this is what a horrifying world looks like. This is frightening to me, right? Everybody knows everybody else's business. Every move you make is shown, right? And why do you think that is? Because everybody had this vision that 1984 was going to be, they're going to come into your homes and they're going to install cameras in every corner and it's going to be Big Brother. Well, we already know that there's cameras all over the place, right? You can't go past a street light without a camera. That's why I always say it's impossible to get lost in this world. They're like, somebody's missing. It's really, they're missing for a different reason because you know who's got them, right? You can barely even go out in the woods. People are flying drones over your heads, but people are openly sharing all of their private information. They're openly showing you all this because they've created this narcissistic society, right? Where you all know how it is. A lot of you still are on social media, but I mean, we all know what it's like on there, whether we have the accounts or not. It's people boasting about all the good news in their day. Oh, I got a raise. Oh, take a look at my dinner. Oh, happy hour. Cool. Oh, I'm here. Oh, I was there. And then when something goes wrong, oh, woe is me. I need people to come over and kiss my rear end and make me feel better. Oh, it's the 12th anniversary of my grandma's death. She was 100. I miss you, Grandma. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your grandma, even though she died 12 years ago. Thank you. Oh, thank you, you know. Oh, I had a bad day at work. Oh, no. Right? They've gotten it to where people become such narcissistic, just zombies, where they pretty much will post anything. I mean, I'm surprised at this point people aren't posting pictures of their own poop, you know, as an accomplishment, because everything seems to be an accomplishment now. But as you saw in these clips, How, a guy posts a picture, his son is a firefighter, things like that. The privacy is being taken away because the people are giving away the privacy. And that's what this social media revolution has turned into. Give everything away. Instagram your every move. Facebook your every thought. Tweet your every thought and move. All of it. And you could see that that's where it's going, where people are going to be walking around with their phones, whether you're in or not, and they're going to be taking pictures of you and giving you social scores and all that stuff. They better watch out for me. If I walked around and saw those people taking pictures or whatever, I'd punt the phone out of their hand. Even though I'll probably go to jail. Well, I guess I can't do that, right? That's imprisonment for 2 years probably for smacking someone's phone. But you get the point. It's scary out there. This is the future. This is what's going on. This is what Zuckerberg and these scumbags are doing to people. Here comes your social media score, folks. You want to make sure you have the highest score, the best score, because you'll be awarded in life, just like in school, right? Those awarded with the best grades, which means those people were the biggest zombies in the school because they believed and memorized all the lies better than anyone else, right? So they're awarded. They go to a better school and get a better job because they believe in the world of lies. Well, it's the same thing here, but it's just about behavior. Don't question things. Go along with everything. Don't talk back, right? The security guard comes because she talks back. Oh, we got to call security. It's hostile. Free speech gone. A nation under a one world government of people who can't speak freely, who can't be negative, who can't be bullies. You see all these things that we talk about on this channel? I say we, all of us together in the chat, we're all aware, right? The bullying movement, all this stuff is mind control. It's for a reason. A society that is completely under control, afraid to speak back, afraid to stand up, and accepting of whatever the government tells them is best for them. It's the New World Order, folks, and it's here. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.